Hey everybody, it's Chav and Nobody Else's Auto. We got a super neat truck to check out tonight. Our good friend Rico brought this out as a partial trade-in on the 1950 Studebaker Bullet Nose Convertible. So, yep, we do actually take trade-ins on this stuff too. But this is a very interesting little pickup. 1954 Studebaker half-ton short bed pickup. And this is kind of an odd duck. Didn't even actually realize they made these pickups until Rico brought it out and told me a little bit about what he had learned about them. This pickup is a factory V-8 automatic 54 Studebaker. So yeah, it's kind of interesting, kind of weird. Plus there's some more parts in the back that he threw in that he brought out when he traded in. We're going to check those out as well. But first, let's get into this pickup. I don't have any of these mid-50 Studebakers at all. I've got several of the 49 to 52 era, but this 54, 55 era didn't have any here, have never had any. So learning about this truck has been pretty interesting for me as well. Now, these trucks are very unique. And I've got these front badges just sitting up on here because they look so cool. The big Studebaker bar across the front of the hood. The V8 hood ornament. There can't be very many of those out there. Obviously, I don't think they put them on anything but a V8 pickup, and there probably was not a heck of a lot of V8 Studebaker pickups made in 54. But one thing that did really, to me, seem kind of interesting is, like I said, these hood emblems are just sitting here. I'm going to take them off. So as I take these off and we look at this hood is the same configuration as the earlier ones, where it had the narrow Studebaker across the front. Even has holes for it and the little bump out for the narrower badge that these earlier trucks had in the earlier 50s. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Obviously this has a unique nose to it, different hood ornament. And there were a lot of differences in these trucks, but it was amazing to see something like that be literally the exact same thing. But since we're up here, let's take a peek under the hood of this Studebaker. And there she is. There's that Studebaker V8. Let's get her hood support down here so we can take a little bit better look at this thing. Radiator's gone, carb's gone, but this actually was the way this truck was equipped. Now, one interesting thing about these Studebakers of this era, going back to that 1949, is the backside of the dash is right here under the hood. You can access everything, your dash cluster, your controls. It looks like the heater's missing out of this, but that was all accessible right there. Something else kind of interesting that was just starting to come about in this era that this pickup is equipped with, electric wipers. That was something that was not very common yet in 1954. So this was a pretty fancy pickup by the day's standards. We'll come on around the side here. We see these super cool Studebaker badges on the side of it. And something that's very interesting that actually appears to be, I think, a factory accessory, vent visors. Now, we've all become familiar with vent visors over the last 20 or 30 years, Keel. Stick them on the side of your pickup window, keeps the rain from running in as you're driving down the road. Well, this thing actually, I believe these are factory, has vent visors on it. They are actually made to fit this specific door, keeps things from blowing in or dripping on you. This one, these, in fact, both sides do have a hole in them, but I think they could be repaired because it's kind of out in the middle. But there again, never seen anything like that. Inside of this old Studebaker, one interesting thing to start with, we can look at the floor. There's only one pedal. There's no clutch. There's just a brake pedal there. We see the automatic shifter on the column, just like a car would have been back in the day. A lot of the dash is still here. This even still has the back glass in it, which is a very unique glass for this cab. It is not a flat glass. It is actually a curved back window for this particular Studebaker pickup. Headlight bezels, but these are for an earlier Studebaker pickup. They're in nice shape, but they are for an earlier one. They do not fit this 54. We can see this truck does have a little bit of rust in it, but it's not terrible. We can see the rockers are still in them. We see a little bit of rust starting down there, but nothing really too excessive. We can peek in the back. We see some of this other stuff that came along with it, some Chevy pickup wheels, some Chevy pickup hubcaps, some trunk hinges. As Rico was cleaning out the garage, brought all this stuff out to trade in on the Studebaker. These actually have a Mopar part number on them, so we'll have to look those up. But the bed's here, the rear fenders are here. They need a little straightening, but there again, all this stuff looks really relatively solid. The awesome Studebaker tailgate. These things are so great. All the way across, big block letters with the specific curved S that Studebaker was known for back in the day. As we come around this side of the old pickup, there again, a little bit of rust at the bottom, some dings and dents, some S10 wheels on it to get it to roll, but not a lot of excessive damage. Over here, once again, we see this vent visor piece. And like I said, I'm assuming those have to be a factory deal. If not, it was a specific custom fit accessory, the way these things fit around the curvature of this door. And obviously this one has a little hole in it as well here, but I think it is repairable. And the super cool Studebaker on the side of it again. So like I said, neat old pickup. I was pretty excited about it. Super appreciative to Rico to bring it out and trade it in. Love the hood ornament, love the trim on this truck. So much unique stuff about this Studebaker with this early V8 automatic. I mean, this was kind of the, you know, in today's world, leather interiors, sunroof, navigation, you know, seat warmers, steering wheel warmers, that's all common in a pickup today, you know, because pickups have become mainstream transportation. Back in the 50s, these things were nothing but a workhorse, strictly. You didn't drive a pickup to town. You didn't drive it out to eat. A pickup was a workhorse. That's all it was for. To see one from 1954 loaded up like this, and you know, loaded up is a relative term compared to all the accessories we see on a pickup today. But a V8 automatic, heater, vent visors, this was kind of a pretty fancy pickup for 1954. So super excited to have it added here to inventory. So hope you enjoyed the old Studebaker. Be sure to check out the other channel and be sure to stay tuned and definitely click that subscribe button. We've got a lot of great new inventory coming up. The old Bronco back there just came in. 1980 Bronco, 71 Camaro, 68 Dart, 68 Camaro, 51 GMC. We got a lot of great stuff coming up. You guys aren't going to want to miss any of it, so definitely click that subscribe button so you can stay tuned with what's coming in, hitting the ground here at the yard at Nobody Else's Auto. If you got any questions about this Studebaker or any of the other 2,000 cars and trucks we've got here on the ground, just give me a call, 620-786-4428. That number is in the description part of this video, so you can look it up in there. Having a short conversation with you about your project or what you're looking for a project, year, make, model, body style, the parts you need, the type of build you're doing. All that information is critical for me to know if I may or may not have something here that can help you out with that project. So give me a shout, text, emails, none of that stuff ever has all that information in it. So give me a call. We can talk it through, see if I can help you out with your project. So hope you enjoyed the Studebaker. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned. A lot more cool stuff coming up, and we just hope to see you soon on the next one.